So, Medric, can you tell me a little bit about the project Paws for Thought?
Lee's Paws for Thought was originally put in place to help get other veterans get service, especially veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. It's something I've lived with for 27 years, and the biggest change in my health and recovery came as a result of my service dog.
And how is the service dog is helping you in this condition?
Well, the service dogs can be trained to do a lot of different things, and for PTSD, for myself, probably three things stand out. She does nightmare intervention. For 26 plus years, I've had horrible nightmares that have been recurrent. When I'm in public, she watches my back to make sure that nobody's going to touch me. It's another big issue that I have. And probably the most important thing is if I have a flashback, she can sense the change in my blood chemistry, and she'll interrupt my behavior, trying to get me to focus on her so that I'll stop the escalation that I was having and refocus. And those are very, very important things for me.
So I guess that she needs to have special training for PTSD people to be able to give you the help that you need.
Yeah, very much so. There are schools, there are several, the one she came from in Kansas. There's also several schools in Canada now, and they're designing or working with training dogs specifically to help veterans with PTSD. It's a very complex injury, but the dogs have a skill set that allow them to help the veteran with their day-to-day life.
And how long is the training for her to be able to, give the service she's being trained for?
Depending on the school, it varies, but about a year's worth of training is what goes into the animal. Everything from basic obedience on through to the advanced skill set that she needs to work with the veteran.
And you were telling me earlier that she's being trained for PTSD, but let's say that a veteran has a special need with other health issues, the dog will be trained to help with that as well.
Yes, some of the schools will cross-train the dog to work with multiple disabilities or multiple conditions. In fact, one of the dogs that we have replaced also is a diabetic alert dog to help his handler identify when his blood sugars are fluctuating quite rapidly.
Okay. And then so far with the Paws for Thought project, there has been a few veterans already as of August 2013 that received the help with the PTSD dog.
Yes, we've actually had 4 veterans that have been paired with their service dogs. We have another 5 that are in the training process, and currently 7 more on the wait list.
Now, for us civilians who doesn't know a lot about service dog, like we see dogs for blind people, but service dog, how would we recognize that they are in service? Because we're not supposed to touch them, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. Most people, when you say service dog, tend to think of guide dogs for people who are visually impaired. But in the last 5 to 10 years, there's been a proliferation of other skill sets that people realize that the dogs can help with their handlers. The primary visual identification is a dog that's a working dog should either be in harness or vest that is clearly identifiable as such. And as you can tell from Ty's vest, she's clearly marked as a service dog, and that should be the first indication that the dog is working, and please do not distract the dog.
So in another word, we're not supposed to touch the dog at all or pet her or him while they are in service.
Very much so. The skill sets that the dogs have, and sometimes it may look like they're not doing anything, but in fact they're just waiting for something that we need help with to happen. And because of their skill sets, they can identify it. And in fact, they may even look like now that she's sleeping, but she can still smell what's going on, and her sense of smell is extremely powerful.
I testified that last weekend when I was just pictured on your back, and when she saw that I was close to you, she was watching what I was doing, so I had to prove that she's really alert.
Oh, very much so, and if she gets a sense that I'm uncomfortable, she will be very much forced to stand up and start watching my back. Right now in the park here, it's kind of beautiful, and I'm feeling okay, so she's just relaxing.
Okay. Now another thing you were telling me, when a military member, a veteran, has a service dog, it is helping in other way, what with PTSD, talking about suicide part.
PTSD is a very complex injury, and it accompanies with things like depression, anxiety, panic, anger, and unfortunately, one of the things that also comes along is suicide. And probably the most telling thing to know is that most veterans who have a service dog for PTSD never go on to hurt themselves. So that in itself makes the entire program worth pursuing.
Now your plan is to help more veterans, and Paws for Talk that's what it is.
Well, exactly. Our plan is that there's currently no government program to put dogs into place with veterans, and so I know the kind of change she made for me, so I'm going to try and help others get exactly that.
And your goal is to get money to help 50 veterans with 50 dogs?
Exactly, and that group will be a big enough group that eventually, hopefully, somebody can study us as a group and find out why it works so well. The government wants proof. The fact that we'll all be alive is proof enough.
So today, there's more money needed to be able to help other veterans?
Very much so. The only way I can get people off of the wait list and into training or passing their public access test, which will allow them to take their dog into public, that only happens with money. So I really need people to donate the money. It's being held in trust at the Royal Canadian Legion, and as we identify veterans that need the help, we get them approved at a school to go, and we assess the need, and we get them the help they need.
So today we are August 21st, and you start your walk on August 1st, 2018, and you're going to end in Ottawa on August 19th. But in the meantime,
No, September 19th.
September 19th, sorry. But in the meantime, you're visiting
50 towns and villages, also in rural parts of our province or our country. I've been in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Quebec, and as of tomorrow, we'll be making my way into Ontario. And PTSD as a problem lives in all of those communities. We have veterans, we also have first responders, fire, paramedics, protect and serve, the police. They all suffer also. So this isn't an injury that is not in those communities. So as I wend my way through, hopefully I can share that there is a message of hope, that a dog like her can change your life, and that's worth hanging on for.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you, like when a dog is trained to help a person with PTSD, before the veteran gets the dog, he's also going for a training to learn how to work with the dog.
Very much so. Depending on the school, each school may have slightly different protocols, but at the end of the day, you certify as an assistance dog team, which means the handler and the dog take their public access test together, so that way it's what ensures the public that your dog is going to behave well in all of the situations that it's there, and you must certify as a team.
Okay. So we need more help from people to raise awareness about this. We need to share the information that there is things you're doing to help these veterans.
Very much so. If you go to www.pawsforthought1.com, there's a donate link, and we need more people to do that, because as soon as we can do that, we can help more veterans, and it's just that simple.
And there's also a Facebook page.
The Facebook page on social media is just Paws, Fur, and Thought. We're posting our daily updates of where we are and where we're trying to go to. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep up with doing the walk that I'm doing each day, which is more than a half marathon, working with the veterans, doing the fundraising, but in another few weeks, hopefully we'll have built an organization that will be able to continue the legacy.
So I guess people that now, we have to encourage Medric, Cousineau, and Ty during their journey across the east part of Canada. Thanks for listening to us, share this information, and hope to see you somewhere during this fundraising part.
Keep calm and walk the dog. Repeat as necessary.